course. No, it says.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cool.
Come on. That's
Are you ready?
There it goes. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Lemon76. Welcome to WonderDad Gaming. I know tonight is normally VR night.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
You did it.
we're having some technical issues
Cool.
with the VR stream.
Are you ready?
So, we're switching it up.
Yeah.
And we're actually going to play a retro game here. Now, this is a game I do own. My sister and I used to play this game when we were children. My mom got this for us from an EB Games. Yeah, I believe the one in Jackson, Michigan. I believe the one she got it from. And we sunk many, many hours in it. Now this was on Sega Genesis, and it was licensed by McDonald's. It's actually a pretty fun game, so I do hope you enjoy. Again, the chats are open if you guys want to chit chat. Again, like I said, I am sorry that the VR wasn't working tonight, but we'll still have some fun tonight playing some old retro games. So, and like I said, I do own this game. This is not I did not pirate this game.
Ready? Yeah.
So. And you actually can go in the menus and choose if you want to be Mick or Mack. I'm gonna be Mick. This is actually, I should text my sister and let her know I'm streaming this. Actually, I should. Let me do that real quick. You might want to check out my live stream I'm doing. There we go. If she's awake, she'll be able to do that. Alright, let's get to it. Like I said, I used to sink many, many hours into this game. I am using RetroArch to play this. Like I said, I do own this game. So. No nasty legality here, because I actually own this one. Oops, got hit. There we go. Yeah, this is the old game. Came out in 1992. I would have been 9 when the game came out? Yeah, I think it was 9. If you guys do like me playing old retro games, let me know in the comments. I'll start doing some more. Okay. Now, I was a Sega kid. My parents got my sister and I a Genesis. And this was as far as I know, this was exclusive to Genesis. I do not believe this game came out at all for Nintendo. But as you can see, the McDonald's marketing is very heavy in this game. Like I said, the currency, you want to call it, the coins like system in the game, are of course, the arches. These little arches. Now, if you collect so many at a given time, like quick enough, in a quick succession, you actually can get like a bonus. The hearts, of course, of your health. The arrow at the bottom of your health. There's a time limit for each level. Now, surprisingly, there's actually pretty good momentum. Now, I'm not a historian when it comes to gaming and stuff like that. That's somebody else's job, not mine. See, actually, I did it right there. Ah. I know this video or this live stream probably not gonna get a lot of views because a lot of people are gonna be like, "What the heck's Global Gladiators?" But it's a fun, like I said, it's a fun game. Now, of course, I live in the Midwest, northern, the Midwest area, and and we got a crap ton of snow last night, or yesterday and today. So I did have some products I had coming that I was gonna do a review on for tomorrow. Because they did not show up because of the horrible snow, we will actually be doing a studio tour tomorrow for our review video. I actually had a viewer on my YouTube channel request basically he wants like a setup review, basically show off like what I'm using, how I'm using it, things like that. What do I use? Like right now, of course, I'm using RetroArch, but I'm using my Xbox Series X Blue Shot controller. Probably, if you watched my unboxing video of the Xbox Series X, I did go over this controller. Nice thing is, these newer controllers, they Bluetooth, so I got Bluetooth to my PC and my Mac. And of course, it's kind of funny because I have a 3600 and a pretty decent ROG Strix card in this thing, and the system doesn't even care. Like, this thing's even running, like, it doesn't even heat up. It barely gets above idle temperature, which is kind of funny. It's definitely what you consider overkill or something like this. I won't lie. I always because this is branded as a McDonald's game, McDonald's branded. I was kind of wondering if he's shooting secrets off. And that is a Super Soaker. They were using Super Soakers. If this game can't aim, this game is definitely 90s. It screams 90s. And this was made by Virgin Games. Like I said, I'm not sure if it came out on other systems. The only system I am familiar with this coming out on was, of course, the Xbox. Now, there's, of course, different levels. This is just the main level. There's, it kind of does the Sonic way of playing, or even the Mario way, where you play, like, one level, and then, like, you play 3 of each world. This is, of course, Slime World. Then there's a, next one after this is like a forest world, and then the one following that one is a cityscape. I'm not planning on getting, like, and then the final level is like a frozen tundra. I'm not planning on playing that much tonight. Probably just gonna play for like maybe an hour. But like I said, if you guys do like this stuff, playing old retro games, let me know. I'll do some more. They have plenty of old. Now, of course, most of my games are going to play are going to be Sega-based games because I grew up with Sega and I still own all my Sega games. I may actually like do more of those. Now, I won't lie, for retro games, the Series X controller with the new D-pad is actually really nice. It works really, really well. Now, what's actually kind of surprising about this game is it actually has recoil with your shots, and it actually carries momentum. Like I said, there's actually some pretty cool physics in this game. If you stop and think about it, I mean, you think of the age this game came out. If you guys want to really see me torture myself, I can always play the Lion King. Now, if your health bar does get all the way down, of course you die. You get reset at these markers right here. Or if you fall in the pits, I mean, the classic tropes of a 90s game platform. Like right there, I almost died. Now, if you shoot fast enough and you get right, you can actually dodge their shot. Actually, I'm about to die. I like how I talked about like how you can't die, and now I'm gonna die. Unless I find a heart, but I don't think that's... Nope, that's not it. I didn't die because of the getting shot. I died because, yeah. Now, what actually is kind of cool though is if you do die, all the enemies that you already took out will be gone, which is actually kind of cool. So it's not like you gotta fight through them all again. Like I said, my mom picked this up for us, my sister and I, with the EV game. I'd like to say it was the one in Jackson, Michigan. And I remember my sister and I sat down for lunch with my mom. And like I said, going to the mall back then, because we grew up in the country, you know, we didn't have the mall. We didn't live in the city and stuff like that. And honestly, the town we lived in, it only had like maybe 1,000 people in it. And so going to something like the mall was a big deal. It's not something you get to do all the time. You know, some people had the luxury of being able to go to a mall more often. I know my cousins had that opportunity because they only grew up in Detroit. Where we didn't, so like I said, it was kind of a big deal. And I remember we stayed at I can't remember the name off the top of my head. They're the pizza place in almost every mall. Is it Toro's or something like that? I always butcher the name. But I remember my sister and I, we sat down to eat in there, and my mom was like, "Okay, I'll be right back" and stuff. And I remember we did good for something. I can't remember what. But my mom decided to reward my sister and I with a game. And she went to EB Games and picked this up for me. And it was like, I'm pretty sure it was like early in our lifespan, like when hadn't had the system very long. So it was kind of a bigger deal because it was like, oh my god, we got a new game. And, you know, and back then, you know, you was a kid, you know, you got a new game. It was pretty awesome. You didn't get all that stuff all that time. No, wait a minute. Got low friend requests. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm just checking something real quick. I got a page, so, you know, when you get paged. Okay, sorry about that. Anyways, let's get back to it. I don't remember this section. Oh boy, I always got so nervous on these. The games can be actually really quite fast-paced. So. But yeah, if you're interested in, say, if you know you own a bunch of old retro games and stuff, and you don't want to play them on the console, you can also like run certain emulators. As long as you own the game, you gotta own the game. Don't be pirating. That's not right. Like I said, I own this game. I actually had to buy it again because I don't know what happened to our original copy. I ended up buying it. I think I got it on eBay. No, this was years and years and years ago. Back when I was living in my first apartment. Had kind of a retro game like fixation during the time. And I remember buying a bunch of old games and sold systems. Like I have a Nomad. I have like a bunch of old games. I have a Sega CD, a 32X. Like I said, I was really big into Sega. And I found this game. It was on a, like I said, it was one of those like vintage gaming site where they like, you know, you could buy like old cartridges and stuff. And I think I like picked this game up for like maybe $5. Came with the original box art, which was actually pretty cool. And I remember the box art and stuff. The manual inside of it was really good. Had like really cool like cartoon animation, like cartoon drawings of all the enemies and stuff, which looked really cool. Okay, where'd that enemy go? I didn't shoot him. Like I said, this was a I played a lot. I don't know anybody else who really played this game. A lot of my friends who had Segas are playing more like Combat and Sonic, which of course I played those. I played a lot of those. But like I said, this was one of those kind of like rare gem games that just kind of popped up in the 90s that no one ever really knows about. I mean, if you're somebody who actually like played this game, let me know. I mean, does this bring back some nostalgia from the past? You know, were you into retro gamer, or well, retro gamer? Were you a gamer as a kid? This was one of them. Like I said, for me it is. Sunk many hours in this game. Now, the Sega Genesis that my sister and I had, we had the second generation of Sega Genesis. The second generation was like the slimmed down version, but it was also the one that could accept the Sega CD. Well, it had like the special ports and stuff. The Sega CD and the 32X easily didn't have to have like special adapters and stuff like that. Like some of the like that the other. Ooh. Oh no, don't die, I'm almost near the end. I know I'm near the end of this level. What I hate about this level, right at the end, you gotta take this really, like, you have to go up that way, because if you don't, you'll miss the end. And you have to, like, backtrack to get to it. It's really annoying. There it is. That's it. Now, there is a boss fight in this game, but it's, like, at the end, completely end of the game. When I was a kid, I was always wondering, thinking, like, maybe you're gonna fight a big boss at each level. Because, you know, I grew up, you know, playing Sonic. And, of course, every time you beat the level, the world, you had to fight a boss. So I kind of got used to that, and this game didn't have that. Excuse me while I take a drink. Okay, so this is something forest. Mystic Forest, that's what it goes. I think I know better. No. Now in this one, of course, this is a different world, so there's different enemies. You have these axes that run around. You also have these beavers. World. I really was going to call them squirrels. Beavers. And what they do is they chuck wood at you. And also, there is this guy, which is a spitting plant, which has a horrible sound when they kill him. Kind of funny when you summon them. Oh no! Ah! Now you gotta hit them twice. Like I said, if you're good with your shot, you can totally block the shots of an enemy. Now the axes, they don't make a sound. Now there's one other enemy in this level, but you barely see. Actually, no, there's two other levels. Ah, oopsie poopsie. Now, of course, I am not saving. I am running this old school, just in case. Yeah. 'Cause I won't lie, you know, the age of you know, more modern games, you're used to saving before level, and actually like the if you have a Switch and you have the online, they of course have the rewind feature, which, you know, some people of course don't use it. I won't lie, I use it. But also, I wasn't a big Nintendo player when I was a child. You know, if I wanted to play Nintendo, I was visiting my cousins in Detroit, because that's where you got to play Nintendo. They had Nintendo. So, that was like the big draw. Like, I remember going, you know, as a kid, going to Detroit and for Thanksgiving and getting to play Nintendo. Which was always a highlight every year. See, like I said, we didn't have Nintendo, we did have Sega, and we had an Atari 2600. Now, surprisingly, I still have that. I still have my 2600 too. And I still have all the games. I don't really play it, but I do have it. Don't ask me why. But, yeah, it's... playing these old games, yeah, it just reminds you of a simpler time. You kind of gotta wonder though. It's like, you know, when kids grow up, you know, with the way the gaming landscape's changing and shooters and stuff like that, like battle royales and online all the time games and stuff like that. Are kids gonna get, you know, when they get to our age, are they gonna have that same like nostalgia kick? When they play like Modern Warfare or something, are they gonna have that? Because like I said, that, you know, these old games here, they were a simpler time. Granted, this game was like, you know, clearly an advertising play, because it like heavily. Okay, there's the fish. I knew there was fish. Okay, so there's two enemies you didn't see yet. One's a fish, and the other one is a skunk. But I literally see, you only see the skunk at the end of the game, or the end of the level. Like, you would think you would see that a little more often, but for some reason you only see him at the end. Of the third world, too. Oh, boy! Oh, yeah. That should be the end of this level. Yes. Yep. Now, of course, the more arches you have at the end of the level, the more you get to jump around and do stuff like that, and try to earn more points. But these levels, I don't do the greatest. I'm more like trying to focus on getting past the level than really collecting the arches. So these levels I never have, like the slime worlds, I collect the arches a little bit more. In a way, it's like there's not a real, like, with games like Mario and Sonic, you know, collecting coins or the rings, they matter for like lives and things like that. This game, not really. Now you can get these beehives, and only in this level and the last one of this one. And I won't lie, when I played this again the other day, I forgot what those did, and I was like avoiding them like crazy, thinking like, oh my god, are these traps? And then I realized, oh no, they're not traps. They're actually helpful. They actually take hits for you. Going up, because I do not like the turtle parts. There's a, you have like because there's a lot of verticality in this game, so you can actually go up. Ooh, I hate it when I jump too quick. I don't know what's going on. So you have like multiple ways of getting around in this game, but I won't lie, when you do that like leap of faith, that you really don't know what's underneath it, especially when I haven't played this game in oh boy, a long time. We'll just say a long time. Oh, there it goes. You really forget what's under there. Now, it's actually kind of funny, though, is when I picked this game back up and I was playing it again, I actually had some muscle memory from when I used to play it as a kid, which is kind of funny when you stop and think about it. You know, you wouldn't think a game that you haven't played in, like, 20 years or so, that you would still have, like, muscle memory for it. And like I said, I'm no expert. I'm not trying for speed runs or anything like that. I mean, you could if you knew exactly where to run and land and all that stuff. Yeah, you totally could speed run this game. Probably wouldn't be that hard. I'd have to like learn the game to perform that, but like I said, I'm not a speedrunner. Those guys are really good at what they do, so they can keep doing it. Me, I enjoy playing a game, enjoying it, beating it. Now, I used to be a completionist when I was a kid. Like, if I got a new game, I wasn't allowed to buy a new game until I beat an old game. And I think the reason I was like that wasn't really, I think, my own pride about trying to beat the game. I think it was more like my parents weren't allowing me to buy a new game unless I beat a new one, or beat one. Now, of course, as a kid, you know, with the Blockbuster, well, we didn't have a Blockbuster. We had a video connection where I was. Now, Blockbuster was around, but that was more of a bigger city kind of thing. We had video connection. And video connection, you could rent, of course, rent games. So, every once in a while when I was good, my mom or my dad would, they'd go to video connection, you know, like on a Friday night, rent some movies, and they'd rent me a, gosh, dang it. Are you kidding me? That guy tore me up. Anyways, oh! That was weird. Enemy popping. Oh, there's that skunk I was telling you guys about. But, yeah, I just remember, like, my dad or my mom, mainly my dad. I remember going, I mean, definitely there was times I went to the video store with my mom or, both my parents. I don't remember those times going to the video store. And, you know, they'd rent a movie, but they'd be nice enough to rent, they'd be nice enough to rent my sister and I a game. You know, but we weren't allowed to, like, because we were young, we weren't allowed to, like, get Mortal Kombat or, you know, there was a couple other, like, mature-rated games back in the day, that we weren't allowed to rent, but that we were allowed to rent. You know, I remember renting Cybercop, what else there? Oh, Sonic 3. But I remember renting Sonic 3 at Market House in Hillsville. But yeah, Sonic 3. Then every once in a while, I was able to buy a game. I remember one of the first games I bought for myself, after earning like an allowance to get it, was a used copy. It was a used game, and it was Sonic Spinball. I still have that exact copy too. Still to this day, still on. And I have sunk so many hours in Sonic Spinball. And I think that was the thing about when you'd rent a game as a kid, is you would, I mean, because you're renting it, you don't get it for so long. You know, you only get it for, you know, how many nights your parents let you rent it for. So, and also, like, you know, they usually only rent it for like the weekend. Like, you know, they'd rent it on a Friday. You know, you get it on a Friday night, but you had to go back Sunday. You know, and but yeah, so you'd really like put in the time into that game and try to put as much time in as you could to try to you know, get the most out of it. I mean, you didn't want to waste it. But don't get me wrong, there was definitely games you would rent at the store and then you found out were not good. Gosh, there was one. I remember it. It was not very good. Oh, it was Balls. B-A-L-Z. L-L-Z. Balls. And that one and Clay Fighter, that was another one. That were just like games that didn't live up to... I would almost say they wouldn't live up to the box art because, you know, as a kid, you know, there was gaming magazines and stuff, but there really wasn't like, and as a kid, and so like I didn't buy gaming magazines. I mean, I had to go to a bigger town just to rent a game. So you kind of, as a kid, you would almost rent a game via the box art. You know, did the box art look cool? That would kind of maybe indicate like it was a cool game. So yeah, you get burned. Another game that I thought was horrible, and I kind of learned the hard way about movie tie-in games, was Home Alone, the original first Home Alone game. It was just atrocious game. And that's when I kind of learned, like, movie tie-in games back in the day when you were a kid were... they're still not the greatest either, but, you know, not much has changed. I mean, there are a couple, but the majority of movie tie-in games are just not that good. Do this. Oh boy. Ah. I just want to get to this level. I always feel like these levels are longer. Like, some levels feel super long, other levels feel like really short. That was another good game that I rented that I put a lot of time in. Ooh, Echo the Dolphin. That was the one. There was always those occasional games you get where you'd rent them and you enjoyed them so much that next time you got a chance to, you'd rent them again. Because they were just good. Level. Finally. Oh boy. I think that was it for this one. Toxic Town. That's the name of the next one. Toxic Town. Like I said, we're only gonna play until I die, like completely die. Oh, I do have 2 lives for this one. Keep that up. Oh, maybe it is you get 100 things to get it. Okay, there is a good reason. Okay, so in this one you get trash cans that throw stuff at you, jackhammers that run around. Now, as you can tell, there's a bit of and there's oil slicks that run around. There's a theme here. This was back when, like, recycling was really starting to take a big fight. Recycling was becoming a big thing, and, you know, saving our planet, stuff like that. So that's where the name Global Gladiators comes from. And of course, the themes of the game are related to that theme. It's really evident in this level with like you know, the oil slicks running around, the clouds. Oh, the clouds! They're so hard to kill. the trash cans and stuff like that. Always shoot at you.
Awesome.
Now in the last level, it's been so long, I actually forgot like what it was in the last level. Like I said, there's the smog monster, which is like a female. It's kind of weird. It looks female. Why? Oh, you had to go this way. Nope. Try to go this way. Nope, can't go that way. I can't remember. Honestly, it's been so long. Actually, oh, the street level! I forgot about the street level. Yeah, there's tires that come at you. It's been so long since I played this. Like bringing back so many memories. It's kind of weird though that the fire monster splats when you shoot him. Like, why would they splat? They're supposed to be fire. Oh, there's fog. See, that's what I'm talking about. There's the smog monster, and they are so hard to kill. They will tear you up. You gotta admit, though, the enemies in the game are quite original. You know, with the angry jackhammer and the oil drops and the smog monsters, how they all have a theme behind it. It's kind of cool. And that was the thing I remember really much about the manual when I was a kid was the artist's drawings of the enemies was really good. Because I mean that was kind of like the thing back in the day. You actually read the manual. And half the time the reason you read the manual is because there was usually a really cool like art diagram of the enemies and stuff. And sometimes the only way you knew the story was to read the manual. I'm gonna drop down. Ah, no. Unfortunately, if you're not careful, they hit you fast enough that they can dwindle your health down pretty quick. Doing good, not doing good, not doing good. See, like I said, they are so hard to kill, and they'll wipe you out. Like they'll just take you out of the game completely. If you get a couple of them by themselves, yeah, they'll just wipe your health right. There's like nothing you can do about it. That was kind of the age of the games. Hey, we're through. Oh gosh. Woo. And this one's single player. Like I said, you can choose if you want to be Mick or Mack. Like I said, I actually used to play as Mack when I was a kid. My sister used to play as Mick. I don't know, I just kind of felt like playing as him today. I don't know why, but I didn't. That's why I decided to choose it. I'd like to say there's one more enemy in this level, but I can't remember what it was. I know there's a couple you can definitely tell there's enemies that are repurposed. Like the Flinky with the eyeballs. You know, you can definitely tell that's repurposed. And I know there's a repurposed like bird that's in the last level from the first level. Instead of being, of course, a slime bird, it's like an ice bird. correctly, you can land on things. Yep. Like I said, I knew I wasn't going to get a lot of views on this one tonight, but this is more of a, like I said, a walk down memory lane. I know I could have probably played Beat Saber and got a lot more attention, but this is just more for fun. And maybe for that one person who will stumble across this video and be like, hey, I remember playing that game. That would be me if I found somebody playing this game. I'd be like, hey, I remember that game. Actually, there was another game I remember renting that was actually really, really good. It was Cool Spot. I need to buy it. I need to see if I can find it. That was a fun game. You played as, of course, the Spot. The 7-Up Cool Spot. There was a lot of like plug games in the 90s where it was like material things. I should probably make that jump. I guess there. But you played as the Cool Spot, which, like I said, was a 90s mascot. Actually, I think he was even popular in the 80s, if I remember correctly. And he was the little red spot from the 7-Up logo, 7-Up can. And he wore sunglasses. And the game was actually pretty good. You played as the size of the Cool Spot. He was, like kind of tiny. So all the levels were pretty inventive because they were, like it was existing in our world, but in the size of, like, bottle cap. If I make it all the way to the final level, that's right. But this is also back in the day when, you play this game as long as you could until you died, and when you died, or you had to go do your chores or something like that. Like I said, if you can't tell that this is a McDonald's influenced game, it's right there. Another drink. There we go. So anyways, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Cool Spot. Like I said, yeah, if you can't tell, it's also made for Virgin Games. There you go. Now, if I remember correctly, the Virgin Games also made the Cool Spot game. Now, another great game that was made by Virgin Games was Zombies Ate My Neighbors, which is an excellent, excellent game. If you are a fan of, like, it's kind of that cheesy retro horror stuff about it that has that's where the game kind of exists. A lot of the monsters are like your old school, like Frankenstein, Loch Ness Monster, and cheesy aliens and stuff like that. Pod People, I know there's a Pod People section. And it was like the game was like almost an homage to like the old, like very old like horror movies. And I've seen actual like pretty, I think actually, if I remember correctly, there was even a time you could get it on like the Microsoft, the Xbox Arcade in the old 360 days. Pretty sure that was on there. Like I said, I've seen it been re-released a couple of times. There's kind of a cult following for that game, which honestly, like I said, if you're a fan of old horror movies and zombie movies, stuff like that. There's something to like in that game because they have all that. So I can see why probably it has kind of a cult following. And like I said, that one's made by Burger Games. I kind of wonder what happened to Burger Games. Like, what did they do? Why did they quit? Or did they get bought out by somebody? What's going on? The reason I jumped all the way to the next one, not try to jump to the or try to jump one before, because there's a couple times in this game where if you do that, you fall because they purposely put nothing there, so you will fall. Kind of a you know, evil little thing they put in there. That's the third one. I think we're gonna make it to the final level, people. Cool. Hey, if we get through all those games, that'll be cool. Okay, yes, we are at the final level now. So, as you can see, it's an ice level. So there are, like I said, you can definitely tell there's certain things that are repurposed. Now the trash cans are replaced by these snowmen. Oh, there was that bird I was talking about. There's also polar bears. You gotta love other gameplay. Like I said, there's some repurposed things. Now the birds in this one, they don't throw stuff at you. They just try to smash it. So you gotta kind of shoot them quick. If you don't, they'll smash into you and cause a lot of damage. I can hear my wife upstairs getting ice. Oh, got me. Yeah, there's like two versions of the snowmen. One's like stomping around while the other one's throwing snowballs. I mean, you can tell they're repurposed, but it's done in a way. I mean, you gotta admit, you know, they had limited tests back in the day, so they kind of had to reuse certain assets, which I get. But they did it in a way that made it like, you know, pretty good. Oh, no. See, that's what I was talking about. Gotta be careful. No, we might actually get through this. Good thing I got that heart. Where'd that bird go? He went to the lion. Oh no, come on! I don't know if it takes, I think it's like it takes 2 times. Now in this section... Now I did not have... Now it was popular at the time to have, but I did not have one, was the Game Genie. I know, you know, there's plenty of people out there who had Game Genie. I did not have one. Oh boy. But yeah, cool spot. I'm definitely gonna have to get that game. Luckily, there's still like a really good, like, oh no. It's gonna bum me out if I die right here at the last level. Whoa! I just kind of decided to sacrifice myself on that one. Ah, come on! Now, of course, yay! when you were playing a game for too long, you needed to take a break, you'd pause the game and then go do whatever you had to go do, and leave the system on and stuff like that. You'd leave the system on, and you would like shut the TV off, leave the system on, and try to then go back and play it. Of course, you always had to worry that your mom or your dad or your sibling would come around and shut your game off. Oh, the tornado! That's what it was. I knew there was something else. There's another enemy in this level. The bat. I think the bat... I don't think you see the birds anymore. I think you only see the bats from now on. Look at that one. Picked off the bat. Yeah, the bats are... You can shoot the bats. You know what you're looking for before they even spawn. They basically look like icicle. They're kind of off-white to the level. Now the final boss, you face him, he's like a ice boss. It makes a really funny face when you're fighting. If you take it off. If I ever make it that far, doesn't look like that's gonna happen tonight. Nope, not gonna happen tonight. What was it? Unless I get one more. Oh, looks like I get one more. Isn't that always the case? You know, when you're a kid, you know, do I have one more life or 0 life? You know. Ooh. If I die now, I am dead. Which is nerve-wracking because I'm at the final level, or I'm not the final level, but I'm in the final world. Where, yeah, if I die here, that's it, I'm done. It's perfect. And then the last 53 minutes will be for naught. Now, of course, yes, I could have saved and done it that way, but I did not, because I decided to play it kind of retro tonight. But like I said, I know I normally play, I do VR tonight, but like I said, I was having technical issues. So if I get time tomorrow, I think I might do, either I'm going to do a live stream, or I might make a video, like a gameplay video of Propagation. Like I'll record it and then put it out there, so you guys can see what that game is like. So that game's terrifying. I've only been able to get through, like, a couple of spots in the game. Like, I've never gotten past, like, I think, like, the second. And it's not because I die, it's actually the reason because I can't emotionally take it. Like, it is so, like, stressful. Oh, I'm gonna die again, no. Oh, I just got a life. Oh, thank God. How did we get there? Oh, bonus game! I forgot about the bonus games. Man, yeah, you had to collect so many, arches. That was the reason why you wanted to collect so many arches. Yeah, I forgot all about that. But yeah, with the arches, yeah, you would, Yeah, I completely forgot about the arches. Why you wanted to. And you can, yeah, you can earn lives in the bonus stage. Yeah. If I remember correctly, this one... Watch out for the anvils. Move Mick or Mack left or right, catch the falling garbage, containers, bottles and cans, position the kids. Yep. Yep, I remember this one. I remember the music for this one. I actually really like the music for this one. You catch it, and then you throw it. Oh.
Are you ready?
Well, that didn't end well. I believe we have made it to the final boss. I can't remember if this is the final boss or it's like I have to get through this world, then I'm at the final boss. I can't remember. Yeah. I know there's a lot of bats. I remember that. Which I hate. They're so hard to hit. You gotta really keep moving here. You gotta keep moving and you gotta like angle your shot. Oh, come on, dude, you got this. Fortunately, I am now down to my last one. Trying to speed run. Oh, die. Ugh. I don't like black ominous holes. Kind of makes you a little nervous. Like, you know, like, you're probably not gonna make it out. Oh, no way. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. All because of the stupid bats. Oh no, not a bat. The bats are just tearing me up. And I made it. Is this it? It is it. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. I did it. Oh no, I didn't. It's Oh, I forgot about the second part. Oh no! One more bat gets me on toast. No! I'm not gonna continue. You guys think I should do it? Why not? We're gonna try. We'll do a speed run. Gotta be careful. Oh, come on. We're gonna try. Try. I mean, we're so close. I mean, why wouldn't we want to try to finish this? Hoping to find a heart. Nice. Well, good thing we got a point right there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Remember correctly, there's a heart over here. Okay. Oh, I hate those stupid rocks. Okay. Let's get through this. Come on. We got this. We got this. The nice thing is we kill every enemy here. We don't have to deal with them again. Kill them. Stupid bats. Dang bat. Okay, this should be it. If I remember correctly. It could be the. But I don't know. You guys probably know because you were just watching me die before. Yep, here it is. I think the first time I played this and I like did this part, I didn't know he wasn't dead. And the key is to not get too close. Oh no, not the bats. Now, if you don't defeat him, you have to start over on them. Oh, thank God. Woo! I did it. I did it.
You did it.
Until the next issue, and I don't believe there was ever any other issues. If I remember correctly, too, the original box came with a magazine, or not magazine, but a comic book. Well, I want to thank everyone who stopped out to check out this very old retro game that I played as a child. I shared a bit about, you know, what it was like being a kid playing these older games. Just kind of giving you guys an idea of, me, giving it probably let more of an insight of me than more than anything. So it was a lot of fun tonight getting to play this. Kind of crazy now. I remember thinking hours and hours in this game trying to get to the end, and there I just did it in an hour and 5 minutes. So kind of funny when you stop and think about it now. So, Well, thanks for you guys for joining me tonight. I will have a review video out tomorrow. Probably like I said, I'm doing how I got the studio all set up and what I'm using as my everyday gaming peripherals. So you guys know how I roll with all this stuff. So you guys can check that video out. And of course, I do have some more great videos coming out. Some upgrades I'm going to be doing with the computer. I'm going to be doing some reviews on those products. I do have. I do have some review videos coming out for accessories for the Oculus Quest. Basically, do's and don'ts when it comes to accessories.
Are you ready?
Because there are some accessories out there you should try to avoid. So I'm actually going to click off of this so you guys don't have to keep listening to that. So look forward to those. Of course, we've got more content, and we're getting people all the time to the channel, and it's great. It's great to see people coming out and enjoying the content and getting a lot of really good feedback from the community and things like that. So thanks to everybody who comes out and supports the channel. We really do appreciate it around here. So tomorrow will be Warfare Wednesday. So do look for either Cold War or Warzone or something, shooter related. That'll be on tomorrow. So, thank you for joining me tonight. Of course, I am Lemon66 of WonderDad Gaming. Thank you for joining me this evening. I will catch you guys on the next live stream and the next review video. And as always, peace.